make sure you're subscribed to Jerkrispy.
Valentine's Day. Look, I know it's Sunday. I know it's Monday. It is what it is. I had to do something for Valentine's Day. I ain't had nobody, but I had to go to the parade for Valentine's Day. Get off my stuff. I was not celebrating. Maybe next year. I got y'all next year. Next year I'll celebrate something for Valentine's Day. Might do a whole video for my vlog channel. Shout out to the vlog channel, man. I might need to go ahead and post consistently on the little vlog channel. Post a little talk or something like that. A little something. But Valentine's Day, bro. It's like a hit or miss, man. Usually, these time of times, I be sick, stuffy nose, ear infection, so. It be like that, man. I remember that happened about 2 years ago, bro. Never shook back ever since. I said, oh, that means love ain't meant for. That's what I thought. Love was never meant to be for me. I guess. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and get this stuff started, man. We got that boy Armin. He always chilling. Armin. He always saying, "Oh man." He said he always wearing no glasses, like Peter Pan. Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. He always wearing no glasses, like Harry Potter. Yeah, then Peter Pan. Cause Peter Pan don't wear glasses. Unless you put them glasses on, But it is what it is. Let me go ahead and get my intro started. What's up, y'all? There's the most Christian. Welcome back to another video. Let's get on to this video. I got scammed on Valentine's Day. What you mean you got scammed on Valentine's Day? I ain't lying to you. Scam is not even a joke. Like, I ain't never get scammed yet, son. I ain't gonna hold you, and I hope it never happened to me, nobody in my small circle, or my family, or nobody, or my generation, like kids down the line when I be an old ass nigga. But let's get it started. For all my new viewers, welcome to the channel. If you want me to watch anything, make sure you hit the comments below. And I need y'all to do me a favor. Please hit the subscribe button. Tell a friend to a family that your boy Crispy on his way, and we're on the road to 500. Let's get it.
Valentine's Day. The day happy couples spend their hard-earned money on chocolates and flowers.
Man, and speaking of that, I don't want to hear nothing. Every time I go on my Instagram story, yeah, I know, yeah, man, I'm that type of ex. I still do watch your story. And I don't care. I don't care you post your man and nothing like that, man. I'm the type, man. Sure, I don't care. Post who you post. But remember, it was mine before. Just know, you was my basketball one time. I was dribbling you for a little down the court. Hitting you a nice good, hitting nice good pullback dribble moves and all that stuff. You was my little football, throwing their touchdowns too. Like, you was mine at one point, so I ain't even tripping about Valentine's Day. But when we get that, I'm telling you, son, it's gonna be crazy when we get up there, son. It's gonna be more crazy. And Valentine's Day gonna be crazy. The small circle birthday's gonna be crazy. Everything just gonna be crazy. And it's all gonna be on the little vlog channel. I'm just gonna tell you, I better go ahead and subscribe right now. Cause once we hit when we hit all our mile goals, my dogs, y'all gonna be like, damn. He been waiting for this for a little moment. Y'all gonna see. Y'all don't know right now, but it's gonna happen.
While the rest of us get a yearly reminder just of how single we are.
Oh, look at us.
And that's okay though, ain't nothing wrong with being single though, you feel me? Last time I was in a relationship, I was in junior year high school. Yeah, junior year high school, man, at best. A serious relationship, yeah, junior high school. Junior year high school. And we don't want to talk about that, but I'll probably bring it up on the story time in the stream one day, but not right now. Damn.
We're in love and
Just of how single we are.
oh, look at us, we're in love and happy and not dead inside. Both of you.
And honestly, every Valentine's Day just takes me back to one of the worst school days I ever had, which pretty much killed any excitement for the holiday. I mean that, and I'm single, so it doesn't even really matter all that much to me anyway.
Because I'm feeling a little like a sixth, seventh wheel.
Matter all that much to me anyway.
Yo, Batman, what you was doing out there? You stalking your ex? Man, you Batman, you got all that money and you stalking. Oh, man, Batman. Batman. Don't be telling me you binoculars looking down like this. Yeah. Oh, she fuck with that cheap ass. Let me stop. Wait, this such and such. What's that dude name is, man? I forgot.
I'm feeling a little like a sixth, seventh wheel. I mean, so
Seven will. Hold on, bro. Hold on. If we get to that point, man, I'm staying at the crib. I'm probably sure I'm staying at the crib. But the crib I would be at.
where's the rest of the team? Like, Cassie?
Oh, she's in Gotham trying to salvage things with Tim.
I gotta get a girlfriend.
Yeah, I'd be like that.
Anyway, let's get on with the story. So back in 8th grade, I had a huge crush on this girl. Let's call her Myra. She was Caucasian, light brown hair, green eyes, the whole popular girl in the soccer team package. And when I say I was hooked on her, I mean I was hooked. Like brain short-circuited, heart doing backflips. Every time she was near me, I forgot how to talk. Hooked.
Yeah, that's starving.
But man, I remember my first time talking to a girl. Middle school, 6th grade year, man. Well, no, I'm lying. First grade. I had a little snow bunny chick named Destiny I was talking to. Every time I talk, I used to talk over my words and stuff. Yeah, it'd be like that. Boy, and then we started being like, I think everything. We started talking at one point, and then we got back cool. Like I think that 4th grade, and after that she transferred school. I ain't never see Destiny again. Destiny, you seeing this video? How you been?
Quick side note, I actually...
Mind you, probably Destiny probably then got a kid with fucking Jerome or some dude named Jerome or freaking Jock or Jake or something like that. I don't
first
even know.
met her in my 2nd year of elementary school. How do I remember that? I don't really know. It's just a key memory for me. I didn't do anything about those feelings because, I was in 2nd grade. I didn't really know what to do with those feelings for having a crush. All I knew was that she was pretty and I liked her. And that was basically the whole depth of my childhood brain. With that being said, though, I have liked this girl for a long time. But for some odd reason this year, something snapped. I don't know if it was puberty, confidence, or just straight up delusion, but I was determined to spark some kind of relationship with this girl. Or at least, attempt to.
Right.
So it was February, and Valentine's Day was creeping up on us once again. Our middle school loved doing something for the holiday, whether it was a Valentine's Day dance, like I mentioned in a previous video, or some other event designed to humiliate single ones. Every year they had something cooked up. This year, the school decided to go all in on the Valentine's Day spirit. They set up this thing where you could buy a rose and attach a little tag or a note to it, so when your Valentine got it, they'd see exactly who it was from. Plus whatever cheesy, heartfelt, or just downright embarrassing message you wanted to write. Totally optional, but also the perfect setup for middle school chaos. Knowing this, I started developing my master plan, channeling my inner Tony Stark, to give Myra a rose and hopefully win her over. But here's the thing.
Say that again?
I didn't want to just mysteriously hand her over a rose and call it a day. I wanted it to feel special. So before the roses even went on sale,
Man, saying you supposed to get the rose, get the little chocolate. This how you supposed to do it. If you're young, this how you gotta do it, bro. You gotta just talk to a chick, you know. Just say, hey, what's your favorite candy? So, blah 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 blah. Then you supposed to hit this mug in January, like the week that second week before hit Valentine. You know Valentine's Day, you got 2 weeks before. You supposed to hit her that week, like right there. What's your favorite candy? Boom. She gonna tell you what's your favorite candy. Put that down on the list. Write that down. All you gotta do is say, you got like a favorite animal that you like, like blah 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 blah. All right, write that down. Soon as she leave, okay, cool, you got that. Boom. You doing your little stuff. Bye. Okay, now the roses, get her the little toy roses. She ain't no grown woman yet. I'm talking about this is middle school level though. High school, you can hand your girl rose, blah, blah, what up, man? Yeah, babe, what up? Type shit. Type shit. But this middle school, man, get her the roses, not the fake ones, the stuffed animal ones. They built put the roses and stuff like that. Get that. So then once you get that, get at least about what 5 will do it, because they should be big. Unless you're getting the small ones, then you need about like 12 of them. And they should be cheap. Obviously, they should be cheap. If they don't be cheap, then I don't know where you're going to get them. But you can get them anywhere. But just in general though, you do that. Get her favorite candy. Get a big stuffed animal, whatever she likes. She just say she like a dog, or she like a lion or something like that, or a koala or a sloth. You don't know nowadays. Girls like any animals. And then there'll be a penguin. Get a big size that. Boom, you show up on the bus, smiling, grinning. Have a turn around. Boom, she's talking about, hey, call her name. I'm gonna just call it shit. Let me get a good name without knowing somebody I knew. Shit. Tasha, yeah, Tasha. 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 Hey, Tasha, turn around. Boom, you get on that. Yeah, give her a stuff. Give her a hug. But if you want her to be your girlfriend, get a little poster. Right? Have your older brother or your dad or your mama write down a little poster, yes or no, and you do what you do. Now, if your older brother make fun of you, you come back and slap him one time and say, man, be a real brother, it is what it is. And that's how your key way to, success or getting a girlfriend in middle school during Valentine's Day. Now, after that, you can't just go back and being childish and doing stupid stuff like with your bros. I mean, you can do that with your bros around, but not with your girls around. Unless she's childish too. She like to do la 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 and all that other stuff. But yeah,
I came up with a brilliant idea. I'd actually talk to Myra first to try to spark something, build up a little game, build a connection before dropping a romantic bomb. There was only one problem. I can never do it.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Every time I thought about talking to her, my nerves just got the better of me and launched me into straight silence mode. My quote-unquote master plan basically just turned into me staring at her from across the hallway like an NPC. I'm not going to bore you all with the details, but long story short, I had about a whole 2 weeks to talk to her before the roses went on sale. And I managed to talk to her once. Just once. And the conversation went exactly like this.
Hi.
Okay. 2 weeks of mental preparation, all for a conversation that was more awkward than staring at the settings of your phone at a party. I should say, though, that we did have small interactions like this a handful of times before I even thought of this idea. Nothing major, just tiny, awkward exchanges that lasted about 3 seconds each. And every single time I'd walk away, I'd be beating myself up. Mainly because I actually wanted to have a conversation with this girl, like a real one, with sentences and a flow, and maybe even eye contact. But nope, every attempt ended with me sounding like a malfunctioning NPC, and then replaying it in my head for the rest of the day like I just ruined my entire life. So fast forward 2 weeks later, the roses finally became available. I had every intention of getting her, but I was still stressing over whether I should put my name on it. Because if I did, it means that she would know, if she didn't know already. Plus all of her popular gossipy friends would know, and the entire school. I thought about it for a while because on one hand, I really didn't want to put my name on it because I knew that it would basically be an express ticket to Embarrassment City. Like the moment she saw my name, her whole squad of popular gossipy friends would know too. And suddenly my crush would become public information. But on the other hand, I didn't want to send her a rose with no name on it. I mean, she was one of the prettiest girls in school. I'm sure I wasn't the only guy who had a crush on her. If I didn't put my name on it, it could have belonged to anyone. Some random dude could have gotten credit for my rose, my romantic gesture. She could have been walking the halls with the wrong man, like heck no.
Oh, hell no!
So with that in mind, I made the decision to put my name on it, ultimately sealing my fate.
As you should, because if you put somebody else's name and they come out of nowhere, last minute while you gone, they'll write their name on it and they say, "Oh my God, Johnny, you gave me this? How could you?" Like, that was my rose.
I had the roses set up in the gym during breakfast hours, so the second I got to school, I marched in there and bought one. And guess how much they were?
$4. Hold on. Hey, not $2.25.
A whole $20.
What? Oh, hell no!
$20.
Oh, hell no!
And it was another $5 just to put my gosh darn name on it. So that's $25. Not for 5 of them, not for a dozen, not even for a cute little bundle. One single rose, $25. That was my entire allowance too. I mean, I knew the school needed money, but gosh darn. At this point, they were running a Valentine's Day scam. But my love for this girl was too great. I bought the rose with my name tag to it, and at that point, all I could do was wait. I remember being so excited, but yet absolutely terrified because, you know, I possibly just ruined my entire last year of middle school. I mean, I wasn't known for anything in school. I had no reputation, no legacy, no nothing. I got nothing. But if this didn't work out, oh, I knew exactly who I'd be remembered as. That kid who thought he could win a girl over with an overpriced rose.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, I did not want to be known for that. At the same time, though, I thought about the possibility of her taking it rather well. Myra seeing the rose and just knowing that I spent my hard-earned money on it, she might find it sweet. And she might actually want to talk to me more, because before, she really had no reason to talk to me. But now she does. So thinking about it, I hope for the best. Next day I went to school, the roses were officially sent out. There was no turning back now. My fate had been sealed. They handed them out during first period, and of course, Myra and I didn't share the first class, so I didn't get to see her reaction, which honestly, in hindsight, thank God. But I knew she had gotten the rose. My $25 investment was now in her hands. When first period had ended, I headed over to my locker to grab my books for the second period, trying to act normal even though my heart was doing parkour in my chest. Call him Dom because he like family. Came sprinting at me like he was the Flash, delivering a dire message from the future. He asked me if I had bought a rose for Myra, and I was like,
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
and I'll never forget what he said next. He just looked at me with this hopeless, defeated expression and just went,
Oh no, bro. Oh no, bro.
like Muscle Man. When he said that, I was confused out of my mind. I asked him what was wrong. And as soon as he started explaining to me, class had begun, the bell had rung, so he had to skedaddle. I had no clue what he was going to say, but all I knew is that it was bad news. Once again, I was confused, nervous, because my next class was with Myra.
Oh shit, here we go again.
So I walked into second period, and the first thing I saw was Myra looking dead at me. We made full eye contact for what felt like 5 minutes straight, but in reality it was probably 5 seconds. The whole class, I remember just hearing Myra and her friends giggle behind me. And the sad part is, I knew it was about me. I knew it. Who else could it have been about? I kept trying to gaslight myself into believing that they were laughing at something else. Maybe it was some joke that they told. Maybe it was the teacher that said something stupid. I don't know anything. Because it was impossible to tell if it was that harmless middle school girl giggle or the "we're absolutely making fun of you" giggle. And sitting there not knowing which one of it was absolute torture. Anyway, fast forward to the end of class, I wanted to talk to Myra, or at least pretend like I had the courage to. So I put on my alpha male big boy pants and walked up to her and said hi. She said hi back, but not like last time. The tone was way off. And before I could even process it, she just turned around and walked away. No smile, no small talk, no nothing.
Man, it happened to the best of us, but you know, that what it is right there, bro. That is her was influence, or she never looked at you in that way, or her friends just jealous that they ain't get no flowers too, and they were just trying to make a little joke or something like that. It'd be like that, you know. Some people just don't, you know, when they're around a group of people and stuff like that, they be acting weird and stuff. And now if Myra had no flowers, she'll be in that mud still not looking stupid. Man, it is what it is, bro. It's all right, I mean. You know, it happened to the best of us, man. You know, Valentine's Day. I got my Valentine's Day in 8th grade, you know, but I was sick, though. You know, no, I ain't gonna shout her out. But you know, Ash, that was a good, decent Valentine's Day, 8th grade. Yeah, I give you that, though. But you know, it is what it is.
Nothing. That's when I knew I had messed up. But the crazy thing is, that was even the worst part. Believe me, it gets much worse. At lunch, right, I grabbed my food and I spotted something in the cafeteria trash can that caught my attention. A rose. A whole rose with a name tag on it. Now, who could have been cruel enough to throw away a rose that someone spent $25 on? Surely not my crush, Myra, I'll tell you that. I mean, come on. The cafeteria trash can is where terrible food and occasional emergency throw-up goes. Not a beautiful, innocent rose with a name tag on it. Right?
Wrong.
That is absolutely
wrong.
Proved over and over again.
Wrong.
But there it was, sitting in the trash can with all the rest of the junk. I took a closer look at it, and then it hit me. This wasn't just any rose. It was my rose.
And I bet now, what she doing in life, probably ain't doing shit in life. Probably still doing the most bummy ass shit she doing. Probably got an OF and all that other stuff, man. Oh, man, don't worry about it, son. Because I was about to heat up and do that shit. But nah, I ain't going to do that. That shit fucked up like them hoes, man. I ain't even going to hold you, bro. That's the type of stuff that made me mad and crash out for real. Now see why niggas be crashing out nowadays, bro.
The tag said from me to Myra as clear as day, which meant only one thing. She had thrown it away.
But you can't do this to me. You know how much I...
Mind you, and I would have said, man, I spent $25. I would have confronted her. I would have confronted her about that shit. I said, you know, I spent $25 for that. You know, like, really fuck with you on some deeper level shit. You might not know it, but I ain't had the courage to say it. But I wanted to fuck with you on some deeper level shit. And you really threw my rose in the garbage like that? I understand, though, you know? It is what it is. You don't look at me like that. I look at you that way, though. And it's what it is. Hakuna Matata. Bye. Man, I would have walked away from her.
sacrificed!
The moment I realized that, I just felt my heart just drop straight to my stomach. Like all the excitement, all the hope, all the planning, gone in a glance at a cafeteria trash can. I was hurt. Not because she didn't like me back. I had already caught on to that part. What really stung was the fact that she threw away a rose I actually spent money on. Real money. My money. I could have bought a video game, saved up for some new clothes. I could have gotten literally anything else. But no, I chose to spend it on her. And what did she do with it? She threw it away. Just straight into the cafeteria trash can like it was yesterday's mystery meat. At the time, I honestly thought that was the biggest heartbreak I had ever experienced. I felt like Vegeta after losing to Goku, sad and defeated. I had made a complete fool of myself. And to make things even worse, a lot of people knew about the whole situation. A lot of people saw the rose in the trash can, and just my friends knew the whole situation in general. So this was definitely public information. What can I say? The word spread fast. Middle school gossip travels at the speed of light. I was super embarrassed. Like, I wanted to transfer schools and start over. I remember getting home and just collapsing into my usual coping routine. Binge watching regular show for hours and blasting sad playlist music like I was going through a midlife crisis at age 13. Those were the only things that made me feel even a little better after what had happened that day. Funny enough, after that day of school, I never talked to Myra again. I mean, why would I? She obviously wanted nothing to do with me. So after all that, so did I. I didn't want anything to do with her. I know it may sound petty, but I didn't care at the time. She broke my heart, man. And I found out that day she was just like the rest of the popular girls at the school. Heartless.
Heartless hoes that I ain't got shit that got going on with it. Like, still doing the same bum ass shit. Man, be lucky this is YouTube, bro. I ain't lying to you. So I would've went all in on this chick. Man, it's alright, bro.
Looking back at it now, yeah, I was definitely naive for thinking I had a real shot with this girl. But still, she didn't have to throw the rose away. Honestly, she could have just kept it. Or if that was too much, she could have at least have given it back to me or tossed it in her own trash can at her own home. But the cafeteria trash can, a place where mystery meat, soggy pizza, and throw up go, that felt extra. Like unnecessarily extra. Like I want people to see this extra. And that's the part that stuck with me. Not the rejection itself, but the way she handled it. It just felt cold. I'm not gonna lie, I just wanted to walk up to her and go like,
why did you do that? What was it all for? You choose to be nothing!
I don't know. So if you learned anything from this video,
man, look, bro. At the end of the day, son, females gonna be cruel, corrupted. But once you be up and then finally they see you got that money, now they want to spin back the block and try to holler at you. Just on some real stuff, man. Just stay single, stack up your bread, and do you, bro. That's all you gotta do, bro. All you need to worry about, you and money, bro. You go a long way in life with that. But hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. For all my new subscribers, make sure y'all subscribe and tell your friend and family that we on the way to we're on the road to 500. I'm out. I love y'all. I hope this never happens to none of y'all, man. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.